Okay, and thank you so much for joining us on the Weather Channel. It is now 10 minutes before the hour, and you know at this time every hour we bring you the very latest on the tropics. We've been talking about Grace, Tropical Storm Grace. Here is the latest. As of 5 o'clock this morning from the National Hurricane Center, we have the storm positioned at 24.8 degrees north, 48.6 degrees west. That makes it about 1,400 miles southwest of the Azores Islands. Winds sustained at 45 miles an hour. It is moving very rapidly east-northeast at 32 miles an hour, and the estimated lowest central pressure 999 millibars. So it's not the strongest of tropical storms, but we have been watching it for you very closely. Of course, Grace yesterday was just a mere area of convection, and well, yesterday morning actually, and then it became a tropical storm. It was named a tropical storm yesterday evening. Now, this system is expected to continue to weaken over the next 24 hours because it's moving, of course, east-northeast. It will move into cooler waters. Unfortunately, we only have one picture here, this infrared satellite picture with the colored enhanced cloud tops because we've changed the position of our satellite. So this is the initial picture that came in, and of course, as the hours go on, we will get more and more pictures, and then by, say, later this morning, we should have a loop of the actual storm itself. So let's take you from the infrared to our water vapor, where we do have a series of individual pictures here to show you the progression of our tropical storm. Now, basically, it's caught up in the westerlies to the south of two areas of low pressure in the northern Atlantic. So this is one area of low pressure. This is another area of low pressure. And south of both of these, we have a large area of winds aloft out of the west. Now, those westerly winds will continue to steer the system east-northeast. So it's moving away from, of course, the islands here, and definitely away from the lower 48, just basically over the open waters of the central Atlantic. Except for the convection associated with this system, it couldn't even really be diagnosed as a tropical system. It is expected to become extratropical. That means it should lose its tropical characteristics over the next 48 hours. And of course, this particular track will take it over cooler waters, and that in itself will help this system to dissipate and become extratropical. So just wanted to show you the latest that we have on Tropical Storm Grace, but it should dissipate gracefully as it basically messes with no one over the open waters of the Atlantic. So let's check on other areas, because just south of Grace we have another system. It's been spinning here. To the west we have an upper level high pressure system, and that high pressure system perhaps giving us the northeasterly winds, and that's kind of shearing the western side of this particular system. And actually this system will have to go underneath that high pressure and move into this area before it really becomes interesting in terms of a possible developing tropical system. So you don't have to worry about it too much, because it is undergoing a northeasterly shear at the moment, and really not expected to be strong enough to basically go through the northeasterly shear and move into the eastern Caribbean. So we're not too much concerned with this, but I did want to point it out to you because it is a distinct area of convection. Other than that, nothing else is going on. It is quiet across the Caribbean. It is quiet over the Gulf of Mexico. No tropical systems have developed. So that's a look at the Atlantic Basin. Let's check on the Pacific Basin, because here we have two super typhoons. This is Super Typhoon Ivan with winds in excess of 140 miles an hour. This is Super Typhoon Joan with winds in excess of 150 miles an hour. Now, Ivan is expected to continue on its westerly track, and that will take it closer to the northernmost island of the Philippines, Luzon, over the next 3 days or so. We'll have to watch it. And of course, Joan is following right in its path. We'll keep you posted on both of these.
The brand new limited edition Princess Diana postage stamps are now available. The International Collectors Society is offering the only collector set ever issued to commemorate the most elegant lady of our time. Recent Princess Diana auction results indicate that this 9-stamp set will sell out quickly and become one of the most sought-after collectibles of all time. Not available at your local post office, you can only get them through this special television offer. The complete set of 9 different stamps is only $9.95. You'll also receive a numbered certificate of authenticity and protective display holder. But that's not all. When you order, you'll get this beautiful limited edition Princess Diana airmail stamp, an $8 value absolutely free. Remember, you get the complete set of 9 museum-quality legal tender Princess Diana postage stamps, certificate of authenticity, and display holder, all for $9.95. And when you act now, you'll also receive this stunning Princess Diana airmail stamp, an $8 value absolutely free. Call toll-free now.
The Best Western in New York City is conveniently located right in the middle of everything. Best Western, across the street from Ordinary.
Some people believe the world is getting smaller. At United Van Lines, we believe the world is still the same size. We've just helped to make it easier to get around. Let United show you how making a move to another country is a lot like making a move to another block. The same quality service that helped make us America's #1 mover has also made us one of the world's leading movers with over 1,000 agents worldwide. United Van Lines. Quality moves around the world.
United Van Lines is...
Weather Channel. No place on earth has better weather.
Good morning, everyone. About 10 minutes before the top of the hour, I'm Marshall Seas with Cheryl Lemke and Ralph Stokes on the controls as technical director. Looking at your tropical update, a couple of super typhoons in the western Pacific that we're going to show you in just a moment. But today's October 17th, and that falls just toward the end of this period, 11th through the 20th. In the Atlantic hurricane season, we've had 73 named storms in the last 100 years, and we've had a couple in just the last 3 weeks. We had Fabian and we have Grace. Grace is a tropical storm as of yesterday. But Grace is not going to be a tropical storm much longer. Last advisory has been issued by the National Hurricane Center on Tropical Storm Grace, rapidly becoming a frontal low pressure or becoming extratropical. And it's still packing a wallop, though. It's moving east at 31 miles per hour. Its winds are 35 miles per hour. Those are sustained winds. And it's about 1,375 miles southwest of the Azores. For those of you that track these, its current coordinates 24.6 north and 45.9 west. Estimated pressure 29.56 and 1,001 millibars as Grace rapidly becoming a non-factor for any land-based areas. Rather diffuse now, convection, difficult to discern exactly where the center of the circulation is. And to the south, we have another system that we've been watching. By the way, this is Grace, or was Grace, and now it's becoming elongated again, looking like a frontal low pressure. To the south, we have a wave that is moving to the west, and it's encountering some northeasterly shear from this system. If it could maintain itself, keep its integrity for the next 24, 36 hours or so as it heads to the east over warmer water, and conditions will improve because we have high pressure building out here in the Caribbean, but it still has a ways to go before it'll turn our heads again for the possibility of something going on. Out here south of Hispaniola and Cuba, the computer models indicating, the long-range models, possibility of some broad area of low pressure developing out here. Not seeing it yet, but it's an area that we'll continue to watch. Very strong winds out of the south and southwest, precluding any activity in the Gulf of Mexico. So tropical storm formation not likely here in the near future. And we still have the remnants of Olaf hanging around the Mexican coast, but mostly clouds now, very little in the way of rain showers or convection.